I made over $10 million with dropshipping, and today I'll show you exactly how to get started as a beginner for completely free, with no sponsors, no bullshit, not like the other YouTube channels pushing you through 100 different affiliate links, making the business model look like one huge pyramid scheme. No, this video is for the people. A budget-friendly guide for beginners to start Shopify dropshipping in 2026 or 2027. Because I'm sure this isn't the first guide that you watched. You have probably jumped between different YouTube channels, not knowing who to trust, and I'm sure it seems like that either one, the people on YouTube aren't even doing dropshipping themselves, or two, they promote so many different softwares because they think it's easier to fool beginners than to actually do the business model themselves. Today, we're keeping it simple. All the information summarized in one place with straightforward guidance. We'll go over how to find your first winning product, as well as how to find untapped markets so you don't get crushed by the bigger competitors who've done this for years. Exactly how to design your store for the highest possible conversion rate in 2027, how to make your advertisements, and also how to get your store up and running and live today. This video should in fact make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because we're not putting it off anymore. We're not starting tomorrow because every single life-changing event starts with that one moment. The moment you take control and actually go for it. I want you to build your store with me today. You know, it's been over 7 years since I decided to take control and start dropshipping. I know how it feels to be scared of the outcome, people around you saying that what you're trying to do isn't possible, and people looking at you like you're dumb for chasing your dreams. But around here on this channel, we don't mock beginners for trying something new, we lift them up. So here's the good news. You don't have to start dropshipping with too much money, because when we simplify the dropshipping business model, you only pay once you have income. Dropshipping looks like this. You take a product from AliExpress, you list the product on your website, you start running advertisements on, for example, Facebook ads with only $50, and only when your customer buys from you is when you take out a percentage of your sale value and use that to ship it to them. So now welcome to Dropshipping for Beginners, my full course for 2026 to 2027. So look, before you get overwhelmed with building your store and advertising, before we even worry about making any money, we need one thing: a winning product. But the dropshipping community gets this part completely wrong. You see, most people think dropshipping is all about trends, but that is simply not the truth. Because I'm sorry to tell you, if you are starting a business from scratch, you are not going to be able to compete with the bigger trends. And to be honest, that's completely fine. My student Nicholas has never once chased a single trend, yet he made over $70,000 in profit in just 8 weeks with a new store from scratch. So when I'm telling you that these products that I'm about to show you really sell, I really mean it. The easiest way to make real money as a beginner is to sell low competition products. So avoid the big trends like this hairbrush for girls. It might seem genius at the time. Maybe you can restore your hair, you can make it stronger, more confident. Or for example, this red light therapy mask right here that has been going completely viral the last couple of years. But the thing you have to understand is that girls know where to get this stuff. Saturation in the niche is crazy. In fact, this is the most competitive niche out there. So what I'm really trying to tell you with that slide is avoid the most competitive products. And I'll show you in this video how to find gems before they take off. Now, before we find a product, here is a quick list of products to avoid. Just read through this, take a screenshot. We're not going to spend much time here because I know you're eager to start, but you want to avoid big trends, especially skincare and makeup, deep problem-solving products like serious back pain, fat removal, and hair growth. Now, the reason for this is that this requires you to really get in the customer's head. You need to understand psychology and how to talk with them. It's just not beginner-friendly products. You also want to avoid very heavy products because of a high shipping cost. And this comes back to the first time I thought I was rich. Can you imagine being completely broke living with your parents? Going from that to the next day making $7,000 a day. And I thought I was making so much profit because I was buying the product for $14, selling it for $39, until I found out $40,000 later that the supplier was charging me $50 just because the product was so heavy. And that led me to the lesson of avoiding heavy products because the supplier charged you so much that you might actually end up running into trouble. Also avoid cool products with no real function. That includes humidifiers, any wow factor products. Just be aware when you're researching. Now, before before I show you how to find these low competition winning products, let me give you a 3-step checklist to always bring with you when looking for products. You see, a winning product has 3 main factors. Number 1, the product solves a real problem or an insecurity. Number 2, the product has a 25 to $30+ profit margin after the supplier cost. Because let's be honest, advertising costs some money and we need good margins. Number 3, the product is relatively new, but you can still find some content online. And in this video, I will show you a free method of product research as well as a paid method. Now, both of these can make you money, but of course, if you go with a paid method, it will be like taking normal product research and putting it on steroids. So the first method I use to find winning products, and this is how I found a product that made me over 800K in a month, is by using Instagram. And I'm gonna show you how Instagram feeds me winning products like this pretty much every single minute. First thing you wanna do is you wanna go in on a new account that you start from scratch. We're then gonna head into search. We're gonna type hashtag winning product. You can also search dropshipping product, whatever. Once you come in on this site, I think you understand what we're gonna do. We're gonna optimize our algorithm. So what I'm gonna do is just click like on this. I have obviously done this before, as you can see, but I'm gonna go ahead and like a few dropshipping products. And really what I'm telling Instagram is that I'm interested in the business model, but more importantly, I'm looking for the products that people are pushing right now and that has high demand. So we're gonna like maybe 5 to 10 posts of these products, regardless if they fit the criteria or not, it doesn't matter. Then we're gonna head into Reels. We're gonna hit a refresh on Instagram, and just like that, your algorithm starts feeding you winning products. So once again, what did we talk about? No stupid products that just have wow factor and no real value like this one. We do not want any toys. It would be the same with this, because it doesn't have that margin, while it does solve a problem. And just like that, we have now found a winning product. This is a massager that you can use on your foot. And a lot of people are having pain here, right? And they feel like they don't have any solution. It does have demand. It solves a huge problem. And when people really are in pain, they are willing to pay a good amount of money to actually fix that. So we just found a great winning product. We're gonna like it. We can keep scrolling until we find a few other ones. Here we got another one, pain relief shoes. It's absolutely genius. Helps with blood flow. I like that one as well. Cellulite removal and slimming device. You see how Instagram is literally feeding me winning products here? Then what I can do next is to head over to AliExpress. I'm going to search foot massager. And just like that, we have found the product for $27. When you're on AliExpress, you want to pay attention to this price right here. $27. We could sell it for $55 to $59, achieve a high margin, solve a huge problem, and actually help people. That's how we find products on Instagram. Now, the second way to find winning products is by using a product research software. And for that, I'm using Winning Hunter. This is the one I have used the last 2 years, and it's the one that I'm the most happy with. It shows you everything that is working right now, and it really fits the type of products I like to sell. So there's 2 ways to do research on Winning Hunter. And the first method would be by scrolling right here on the actual homepage. What it does is it drags anything that is live on Facebook right now and gives it to you as a product you can consider. But this method doesn't have that much data. It more so lists the product, and then you have to do some manual research. So what I like to do in this software is to take the stuff that is currently doing good on TikTok Shop and bring it over to Facebook. Because like I said, a beginner isn't going to compete on the biggest trends. So they have to be in an untapped market. So we're going to click TikTok Shop right up here. Then Winning Hunter sends us into all the trendy products on TikTok Shop right now. This one was put in yesterday and has already done 2.6 million sales. Obviously a bit high, but that shows you how much money dropshippers are actually making right now. For the filters, you can technically mess with this, but I'll show you the actual hack that I use, okay? I want to find new stuff. So what I do on Winning Hunter is I skip to page, let's say 30. And my goal is really to find products that are under 300K in revenue, okay? Because if a product has 500K to 600K in revenue, it means that people are already onto it and that it might be getting a bit saturated. So I'm looking for the new winning products before they actually hit the market. So we're just going to be scrolling here until we encounter a product that fits our criteria, and also a product that is spiking up right now. So we need a graph, something like this. It's showing consistency, but it's currently going crazy while it's still a new product. And this is actually a great product. It can enhance your life. It can make you slimmer. It can make you feel better. You can work out at home. Maybe a little bit dumb, but you get the example. I'm just going to be scrolling here for a couple of minutes until I find something I believe is the one. So remember what I said. If you see any makeup products and stuff like this that is trending, I recommend you stay away from it. Just like that, I found a pretty cool product. So check this out. This is a way for you to get like big chest at home. Instead of doing push-ups or going to the gym, you could do this on the top to achieve, you know, top chest. You could do it in the middle to achieve middle chest. You could do many different workouts with this product right here. The best part about this too is that it's not in the most competitive niche. It's a bit random, and when it's not that much competition, your ad cost gets a lot cheaper. So we actually just found a winning product here. What we can then do to manually research if there's competition is we can head over to Magic AI here. We can search for chest trainer and different types of keywords. And if we look here, it doesn't seem like that many people are actually selling this product, which means that we might have just encountered a relatively new untapped winning product that has high potential of selling. I will link Winning Hunter and any other tools that I'm using in this video in the description so you can get them. Now, what you would usually do if you don't have a software is you would head over to TikTok, see if content is available, and to know if the product is saturated, I would say if there's like 10 videos with 20K likes or more, the product might be a bit saturated. But looking at it, a lot of people are talking about the product, but nobody's really going viral. This would be perfect thing to sell on Facebook right now. So yeah, that's exactly how we're going to find winning products. And you remember what we talked about in the intro, right? Today is the day that you're starting. To make this even easier for you, I will give you 5 options of products that you can sell right now. But just remember, as this video is getting more views, these products will become more and more competitive. So let me give you 5 products that you could run right now. I will be linking a document in the description where you can find the AliExpress links and information on these products as well that you can go and access while watching this video. Number 1 will be the chest trainer. Number 2 will be shapewear. While this might seem a little bit saturated, this is the type of stuff that women are always buying. I've run challenges where I've taken pretty much identical products to this from 0 to 5K a day within just a week. There is another one that I can't even look at. I just hate having things between my toes. I'll be very transparent in this video. I have this issue. But if you want to fix this product is absolutely genius. So this one you can sell. This is also very smart. Brutal fan that actually works, especially for countries that is hot. It's something random, right? Most places you can't find it. So if they want to buy it, they have to buy it from you. I also added this because look, remember my student Nicholas who did 70K in just 7 to 8 weeks in profit. He is selling random tool products like this. Okay. So these are glasses you put on while fixing your car. Everyone who's into this might actually need these glasses. They're absolutely genius. And these products don't have much competition. So they're the easiest for beginners to start with. So now that we covered how to find winning products and you have one yourself, it is finally time for you to start building your store. So for you, when you're starting dropshipping, you have to use Shopify, right? A platform to host your store. I do have an affiliate link here, but it's a good deal. You will get Shopify for $1 a month for 3 months. Save this link. I'll put this in the description. This will be the cheapest way for you to start. Only $1 for 3 months. So you have 3 months to start making money with the business model before they actually start charging you $30 a month. So now we're inside of Shopify. I'm going to show you the back end, how to set up the different settings super quickly. And just before that, I want to show you a store that was run with this exact method, which is one of my students. He was complete beginner to dropshipping like you might be watching right now. Hit his first winning product the 19th of May and scaled all the way to 1K a day within just a little over a week. Then he managed to peak at $3,000. So we're really doing this over the last year. I have had stores do $20,000 a day. I've had multiple stores do over 200-300K a month. But when we're inside of a new Shopify, the first thing we have to do is to go down here to where it says settings. So going into settings on Shopify, the first thing we have to do is to set up your payments. Now, usually you will use either Shopify payments or Stripe, depending on where you are located. This is a straightforward process. You just click complete setup and put in your bank info. You're not gonna have an issue. Same will be with activating PayPal. But we're now gonna navigate over to the shipping profile, okay? Because this part is very, very important. We wanna set up your store with free shipping. So when you come in here, what you wanna do is to add a zone. Okay, then we're going to click here, add more countries and regions in markets. Shopify will send us over to the markets, create a market in the top right, name it whatever, worldwide, USA, wherever you plan to be selling. And then you will be including all the different regions, whatever country you're planning to sell to, just make sure that you actually go ahead and include it right here. Click done, save. Once that's saved, navigate back into this. You can then go ahead and refresh this site. Okay, and once that is done, you can now add your market. I will be adding the United States, for example. For the shipping option of US, I will be clicking here, add shipping option. I will be calling it free shipping. Now, a hack for more conversions is to put 5 to 7 days, and then maybe your package will be a little bit late, but if you are transparent with your customers and answering their emails, you will be fine, right? Then a flat price of 0. Free shipping is extremely important on new dropshipping stores. Transit time, you can put none as it's already in title, done, and save. And just like that, we have now set up a way for you to actually ship out the products and your checkout is working. You could technically start selling products already now, and these are the only settings you have to worry about. So with the backend now set up, it is time to finally start building your store. And for this, we once again have 2 options. I'm gonna give you a free method. I'm also gonna give you a paid method. I really recommend the paid theme. It just makes your store super good. But I will be 100% transparent here. You can make money with both, okay? So what we're gonna do in Shopify is to head over to products here. I'm gonna add a product. You can use any supplier. So we'll have, for example, SendDrop could be a good one. You could be using Team Drop. That is my personal favorite, but nobody has sponsored this video. I'm just giving you alternatives. You can probably use AutoDS. You can use Deezers, you can use CJ Dropshipping. There's so many. All of these are apps in the Shopify App Store, so you can just download them. Teamdrop, like I said, is my favorite one. That will allow you to connect, but I'm not choosing any site in this video, so I'm just going to click here to add the product. Once that is added, you can upload photos of your product. Now, here's a couple of things that we need to do in the actual product settings, okay? We're not gonna be charging taxes or anything. We're gonna click this, sell when out of stock, okay? And click once again, continue selling when out of stock. This makes sure that you just never run into any actual checkout issues. Product name, and then upload the photo, save your product. Now I have already done this, so I added the chest trainer right here. I went over to Winning Hunter. I took some images from here. I also took some images from AliExpress. I also went over to TikTok, found a couple of these guys, downloaded the video, went over to something called GIF Maker. I'm sure you know what that is, but we're making these videos into a GIF. I then went ahead and uploaded some high quality images to my Shopify store. I went down here and added the price, £59 for the product. I was buying it for 29 or something, I believe. The next thing we're doing is we're gonna head into online store on the left here. Then we're gonna click visit theme store right here, and I'll show you how to claim your free theme. Click on free. The best free theme is the most boring one, okay? But sometimes simple is the best. So we're gonna click the Dawn theme, add the new copy. Now we're just gonna let Shopify add the Dawn theme. And just like that, the theme has now been added here at the bottom. We're gonna click edit theme, and this is gonna send us into our Shopify store. Once we're inside of here, Shopify is gonna show all of our products. This we can remove. So we can, for example, click here. We can upload a nice banner to our store. That can be photos from Explore Free Images. You could just go and staff favorite. Your homepage doesn't matter that much when you're drop shipping. So you could just take something relevant to what you are selling. You can go over here to categories. We could find something in the fitness niche. Just take this photo right here for the example. There we go. We have now applied your product. You can have a catalog here, but this is not the most important part. The most important part is going to be your product page, okay? When you've added your first product, your page is going to look something like this. There's not going to be anything on it. And the thing you need to know about Shopify, I have a full video on how to design. Everything is done here on the left menu. So you can add the section. On this section, you can add, feature products or whatever. But as this is a product page, we're just going to add something called image with text right here. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna hit mobile view in the top right because we always want to optimize for mobile view. What I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna add another image with text. And what we're gonna do now is, assuming you have downloaded content from your product, we are now gonna go ahead and upload some of that content. So I'm gonna be using one of the GIFs that I made. Then we can go on the left here, edit. We can say bigger chest in 10 days. Then you can put a short little description here. We can then screenshot our product. We can head over to Claude AI. He's pretty good at this. Claude AI has made us a relatively decent text. Obviously you want to actually perfect this, right? So I'm just using Claude for this video to give you a quick idea of a layout that you can go for, but I highly recommend that you actually sit down and think deep. And here we go. Just added another one of the paragraphs. We can also put a section in between there. Then you can click on your button. You can name it Shop Now. Then you can send that to your checkout. For the next section, we're once again gonna head over here. Then you can add another picture, whatever you prefer. You can once again here add another text, right? Something like 10 minutes a day at home. Something like that would be decent. Then you're gonna add your text here as well. Then you can add something called multi-column. You can upload a photo. You can find people who have used the product and actually upload it as reviews. This you can very often find on your competitor's website. We can go on the top and say reviews from or customers, something like that. Now make sure these are legit, right? So you can get them from your competitors who are also dropshipping. Then you will put in the name of who it is. We'll just call him Jackson. I'm just making an example here, right? And whatever he has said about the product will be something like, used it for 3 weeks now. I can really see results. Super happy, recommended, something like that. You can also stack another review under here. Next thing we can do is head over here on the top left, colors. We can then develop a scheme. I have already set a scheme, if I'm going to be completely honest, in blue. But I'll show you exactly how to navigate it anyways. We'll be choosing this scheme from now. The buttons we can turn to blue to actually match the product. Make sure you give some effort, okay, when you're launching a product on Shopify. But here's an overall idea of how to kind of like go about making your store. Spam as much social proof as possible. This is super, super important. Once again, I'm just showing you how to navigate Shopify. Also to give you a full idea of a store I made previously, it can also look something like this. And then you're spamming reviews. This is how you make a simple Shopify store. You can look at your competitors for more inspiration. Now, the second way to design your Shopify store is with a tool, and the tool that I am using is this one right here. It's called Atlas. It's a store creation app, product page creation app. It also handles bundles and everything. But what we're going to use it for first now is to create the store, and I'm going to show you how sick this is, okay? I am not saying this because they have paid me. I'm saying this because I use this for all of my stores. All my students use it. Every time I'm making big money, it's with Atlas. So we're going to go inside of the app. I will link it. Everything that I use, I will link once again. We're going to create new. We're going to create a product page because we have a store. We're then going to take the URL. So you will find your product on AliExpress. I will just take this one, and I already know that the product goes for 39 or 29 because I have sold this before, but here the listing says more, so ignore that. We will then head into Atlas again. Once we're inside, we will paste the AliExpress link to add the product, continue the setup in top right, and then for the template, usually I like to go with the beauty template. This one is perfect regardless of what you're selling, if it's for men or women. This one you'd go for supplements, beauty, like you see right here, you'd go for most products in general. And then if you're selling tools, you can go for this one. So we're gonna go ahead and select the template. You're gonna see how crazy this turns out. We're gonna go ahead and continue the setup. We don't have any competitor research. Let just Atlas do this part, and then I will be back as soon as they have set everything up. And just like that, the store is up. So now we're gonna be making a few changes, but I want to give you just an idea of how the actual layout looks. This is far better than any free theme can ever build. So I'm gonna go ahead and just publish the page. We'll just go ahead and publish it into the main theme that we have live. Go ahead and click publish. Just like that, we're going to click go to dashboard. We're going to click all the way back into online store. Once we're here, we're going to edit our theme. Here, we're going to find all of our products, and Atlas automatically makes a product in the store when you add it to the app. So I'm going to click in here to navigate to the product page. Here we got the product page, and the first thing we're going to do is make a few small tweaks. So we're gonna go ahead and just swap out the color scheme really quickly. I'm actually just gonna go back to Shopify real quick, go into the products that they made us. I am gonna delete some of the images from AliExpress that I don't feel is relevant for this product. So we're gonna remove. We're then going to go ahead and upload some of the best photos. So I'm taking this photo right here that I made previously. Take this one right here as well. Just like that. This guy, how the product looks, we are going to save. Pricing the product at 49. Here we go. Save that as well. Now head back into online store for Atlas. So we're going to go ahead and get a color on this. So I'm changing everything to blue, and then I'm going to save my theme. Here we go. Now that one is set up, and then I'm also going to make some tweaks. I'm actually taking out a lot of stuff. This is the exact template that I go with on all of my stores. Then what I can do in Atlas here first is I can go over to the video testimonials page. I can then literally just take some videos from Winning Hunter or TikTok, wherever you find them, downloaded a few of those, now uploading them to Shopify. Then I simply just go ahead and upload one after another. Then we're gonna go with video 2 here. And now you can already see how sick this is turning out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tweak the store for maybe like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back to you once it's fully up and running so that you can see the difference between a paid theme and a free theme, because this is going to look sick. Okay, so we have just finished up the store with Atlas. I managed to change the color scheme and everything, and I must say it's looking absolutely fantastic. Everything blue. The store has a clear theme now. I also went ahead and uploaded all the different videos like I told you. I made a little review here. Everything can be customized. I added some fitness magazines as well. This is the template that I go for. I have not done like any crazy copywriting because I'm just showing you the layout you can go for. But as you can see, my whole site isn't even around the product that much. It's actually around social proof and trust, and then around the transformation you can get, right? So we have this before and after. This is one of the best features from the app. Here we got before, here we got after. You can sidebar it, you can do anything. You can even grayscale it, so check this out. Definitely also a sick function. And then we got some reviews here. We could add more. I've yet to do the colors, but this gives you an idea of how a good dropshipping store looks. So simple layout that I always go for is 2 paragraphs and 2 photos. So here's paragraph 1 with a GIF. Here is paragraph 2 with a photo, and then we're just spamming reviews, and that is how I'm building the store with Atlas. Now, if you want to use Atlas yourself, I'll obviously link it in the description. On Atlas, I have a discount. I partner with them, and the reason for that is because it's the theme I use for all of my stores. It's what I know, right? And it's just really, really works. So, okay, your store is now built, and we're ready to sell. Well, almost, because there is still one thing that needs to be done: your creatives. So your creatives is just another word for your advertisements, your video ads, your photo ads. This is what the customer sees before he even considers if he's going to give your store a chance. I really need you to focus here and dial this in fully. Now, the good news is it won't be that hard, because you remember the product research checklist of solving a problem, having a margin, and number 3, a product that actually has content online. But with online content available, all we have to do is edit it a little bit, or maybe it could be even easier. So for your creatives, the thing we're gonna start doing before we even edit is we're gonna head over to TikTok and we're gonna start searching for things like chest trainer. And our goal here is obviously what? To find as much content as possible. So this video is perfect. It attacks the exact problem. I will be very honest with you about what many dropshipping stores do. You can do with this information as you wish. Most just use the content available out there, right? That's why it's good to have a software like Winning Hunter. All these are viral ads from TikTok Shop that people are very often just pushing on Facebook. But if you want to be a bit nice about it, what you do is you cut this up, right? And you maybe mix 3-4 clips together, put some text over and music, and you go with that. But what you would do is you will go to TikTok, find a video you like. Next thing you can do is search for Snaptik. It's called snaptik.kim. You can there go ahead and paste in the TikTok link, because look, if you just download this from TikTok, you're gonna get a watermark. And who wants that? It does not look very professional. So on Snaptik, you can just go ahead and download the video that you want. There we got one. Let's say that we're gonna take one from Winning Hunter as well. I would maybe advise like no actual text on the videos if you're gonna be mixing them. We can also take this one right here. And just like that, we have now downloaded 3 different ads. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna head over to an app called CapCut. What you're gonna do is you're gonna click create. We're gonna click this one. Next, we're gonna be sent over here. And what we can do now is we'll just drag and drop in all of the different videos that we plan on using for this product. And then what you can do is obviously to put them in different orders, mix the videos together, and you could do something like, for example, I mean, you want the watermark removed, right? But I just showed you how to do that. You can say something like, tired of man boobs, not feeling confident in public, feeling like you are, you know, kind of skinny fat, but you don't have time to go to the gym, right? So that you can show first, and then what you would show is like, you would search up someone with like man boobs, okay? Just to be completely honest here. TikTok, what we can do is, you know, head over to TikTok. Just to give you an idea of how you can operate, you could take something like this. You could simply just go ahead and upload this. You could put this as, you know, your beginning stage. Ideally with a video, we will put the text over here. Next thing you do then is you would jump straight into this, jump straight into the solution, right? Then you could put on another text, so we can copy the text. We can put this one over here, and this guy's showing how to use it. And you can say middle, you can say this to work the biceps, to work the triceps, all the different ways of using it. Like I said, on this channel, I have a full guide, but the most important thing with your creatives is that it has a clear hook. First, you call out the problem for a second, then you instantly show the solution, right? And then after that, you're just spamming social proof, how to use it, and you try to make it as simple as possible for the customer to just use it for 10 minutes a day and see results. You could also start for another product, something like this, right? I put this in German, but then showing exactly how to fix it, and then showing also social proof, and then join other happy customers. Now, what most people do though, is they just go with the content from TikTok Shop, so they will be using some of these videos to test and simply just downloading them and running on Facebook ads. And then as soon as they start getting sales, that's when they would start making their own custom content, okay? What you can also do is just take a photo of your product. You can take just from AliExpress, because ChatGPT will make the rest. So what I did to make this actual picture is I just added this, and then I told him don't show the man, and ChatGPT made it. And I can say, then I will just redo this really quick. I will snap a screenshot of the actual product, send it over to ChatGPT, have him make our first photo ad. ChatGPT actually makes very good photo ads too. And just like that, you can see kind of how ChatGPT makes it. You could tell him to make it wide instead. You could go back and forth with him for a little bit. And I recommend you test 3 photos and 7 videos. And I want to say that I have full guides on everything on this channel. This is a more broad guide on you launching your store tonight. If you want to learn exactly how to make your video ads, you can go to my marketing course. If you want to know exactly how to make a product page, I have a product page guide as well. But now that your store and creatives are set up, we're moving into the final step. The one thing that will drive visitors to your website and actually make you sales, and that is advertising. And for this, we'll be using Facebook ads. It's by far the easiest platform to learn and the most consistent one. Overall, the best platform to sell physical products. Now, before you run your ads, you just have to go to Shopify and you have to download the Facebook and Instagram app. This is super simple. You will download the app. Once you get inside of this app, it's gonna straight up show you exactly what to do. You'll just be logging in with your Facebook, then you will be making a page. I can guarantee you, you're not gonna mess this up. It's so straightforward, like creating a Gmail account. Once that is done and you have connected everything, we're gonna navigate over to Ads Manager on Facebook. Once you're inside of Facebook, you're gonna be a little bit confused your first time. That's why I have a full Facebook ad guide as well that is up to date, but you're gonna create a campaign over here on the left side. You're gonna go for sales. And just one thing, when we're setting up ads, if I don't mention something, don't worry about it. It's actually quite simple to launch your first test campaign. You're gonna continue. Then when you come in here, we're gonna go down to the budget. We're gonna put it at 50 a day. Now, this doesn't mean you have to spend 50 a day. You could cut this at any time. After 20, 30, $40, whenever you want to cut, you can. Then for the name, we can call it something like chest trainer. The name doesn't matter that much. And then we're simply just gonna head into the next page. On this page, all you need to focus on is to put in your actual pixel here, which you have already set up in Shopify. It's automatic when you follow the setup. Conversion event, you will be switching this to purchase. Even if it shows gray, it has just not been triggered yet. You're gonna scroll further down for the schedule. I like to schedule at 6 in the morning of the country that I'm selling to. So just check their time zone to yours. Usually that is best. For the countries, you can search them up in here, but we're gonna go with the top 4. United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. If you want this to be easier and just you are on a lower budget, just do Australia only and make your store in Australian currency. You get 5 times cheaper ad cost and it's so much easier to start. But usually for most people, these 4 countries are the perfect ones to start with. And with that said, we're not gonna touch anything else. We will leave all of this up to Facebook to go as broad as possible, and we're gonna hop over to the next. When you come in on this side, you're gonna switch to manual upload. First, we're gonna upload your first ad. Turn multi-advertiser ads off. That one is never any good in my experience. Put in your domain link. I'll just put netflix.com as a random link here. You will put in whatever link you're going for. Set up creative. Video ad. This site, you can just go next. You can simply click upload here to put up any of your videos. Now, to make this simple, I'm just going to go for one of the older products that I have sold. So I'm going to upload one of the first creatives here. For the headline, I'm going to say something like get in shape with a 15-minute home workout. Then we'll say something like no energy for the gym. You can do something like this. You don't want to go to the gym, maybe it's too far for daily visits. You want simple home workout and finally stick to your goals, get yours now. Here is the headline. Click this to shop now, always, and then we're simply just going to go ahead and click next. Here it's going to show us a preview of how it looks. You can ignore all of this, and just like that, your first ad is now published. So now you have your first ad up with the text. We're now just going to click these 3 dots and duplicate. You're going to duplicate for as many creatives as you have. So ideally you should have 10 creatives. For this example, let's just go with 5, but usually you would make 9 duplicates because you have already done 1. And what you're going to do next is so simple. You're just going to go ahead and delete your creative. Then you're going to go ahead and upload a video. Then you're going to take your next video. You're going to just skip through all of it because it's already copied. And just like that, we have our second video up. So now we got video 1, video 2. I'm simply now just gonna go in here and edit all of these so that I get all my 10 videos up. Once again, for the example, I will have 5 or 6, but I'm gonna go ahead and upload all my different videos. They're all gonna be running at the same text, and once I'm done, I'll be back. And just like that, we have set up your first campaign. So you got one campaign with an ad set in it, $50. All your different videos are now appearing here. We can now go next and then publish it. I'm not gonna publish this because this is just a test example, but this is exactly how your setup will be looking. Your 10 different ads, 6 for the example I'm making here. And then Facebook is gonna choose which one it likes. So you might not spend money on all of them, and that is completely fine. Just trust in Facebook judgment. So with your ads finally running, it is time to start expecting that a sale could happen at any time, but you have to be aware of how to read your ads. So don't click off now. This is the most important part of the entire video. You need to know how to read your ads. It's the same as a doctor when you're doing medical tests. Inside of Facebook, there's something called columns. So we're gonna go ahead and customize it. Metrics you wanna have is CTR. You want to have the metric called CPC. This is the most important one. Other than that, you can have ROAS. In very simple terms, this is how profitable you are. And let's just look inside of a test campaign, like the one I just showed you. Inside of this, we have tested 18 creatives, but you're gonna go with just 10. The main thing we wanna look for is our CPC, which is how expensive our traffic is. If we have an ad with super high CPC, it's wasting our money. This is the cost per click, how much you are paying for a visitor. Now, this should never be above $2.3 if you're selling in the US. For any other country, I would say 1.5 or more is too high. Okay, so if this is spending all of our money, like this one has a $3 CPC and it's not making any sales, we should cut it. We do not want Facebook to be spending our money on ads with high CPC that is not bringing us in any sales. But if it has sales, of course you can keep it. So the best way to read a test campaign is just anything that has a very high CPC. Like for example, these two, they are wasting our money, right? And there's better ads out there, like this one right here, which has a 1.3 euro CPC. It's 3 times cheaper. We want to give more budget to that. So we're going to turn off all the bad performing ones. And here's another thing we're going to do. I know it gets a lot here, but you have to understand this. Every day, we're going to turn off our worst performing creatives. So that includes high CPC, but also the ones that aren't spending money. We're going to turn these off, delete them, and add new. So every day I want you to be testing 5 new videos until you find multiple winning videos that are actually bringing you sales. And then once you have multiple winners, let's just say for example that these 3 are all bringing you multiple sales and profitable, you are going to go ahead and duplicate these into their own scaling campaign. Now, I'm not gonna bore you with that now because I have a full guide on it, but this is in simple terms how you're gonna read your ads. And it is expected that after $40, $50, you could be sitting at your first sale. So at this point, you finally launched your first Facebook ads campaign, you know how to analyze it, and you're approaching that first sale. So naturally, this will be the perfect time for me to introduce you to Ecom Breakout, a program where you have access to me every single day by your side when building your e-commerce business. And don't just take my word for it. The program is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on Whoop. Just think about it. That means that every single person who's been through the program absolutely loves it. And I think that most other people who have programs in the space cannot say that they have a 4.9 out of 5 star satisfaction rate. Now here you can see some of the students. Al Akmar is one of my students. He's super happy with the program. Hit his first $600 a day. By now, he's actively doing over $3,000 to $4,000 a day selling products to women. Here you can also see some other people who love the program. We got Nicholas, who cleared $80,000 in just 8 weeks. And when he says $80,000, he's not talking revenue. No, it is pure profit. We also got Hod here, who said that program changed his life. Now, I met Hod in Dubai just a couple of months ago. He actually came out to visit me. He's doing 200 to 300K months. He used to make $400 or $500 a month from his 9 to 5, and he's now traveling the world, going to Thailand, Dubai, Bali, absolutely all over the place, making money from his laptop, and so many other happy people who absolutely love the program. I could go on forever through these pages to show you. But once you get inside, I'll send you a welcome message, which has come from me. This is not my team, and then you get access to a full course. In here, we have a full product research academy where I cover every single method, both free and paid, how to use Winning Hunter, as well as how to actually analyze the market and find untapped opportunities, how to design your Shopify store step by step, how to create a high converting product page, the exact one that I run past 800K a month, how to create video ads, how to actually do it live too. You'll be watching me making advertisements, as well as a full Facebook ad guide, how to set up your columns, testing products, how to analyze analyze your ads, how to scale as well, and the 2026 scaling blueprint inside of one of my own accounts. It even goes as specific as a CPC guide. And then when you actually start making good money, you move into the advanced section. And this is where things go crazy and you scale your store further. So if that's something you're interested in and you're really serious about your e-com journey and want to get results, first link in the description will take you to the program homepage. Watch the video on the homepage to get a full understanding of it. I also have a 24-hour refund policy, okay? If for some reason you join, you feel like it's not for you, maybe you don't want to dropship, which I highly doubt, but if so, I'll just personally give you a full refund within 24 hours. That is no problem at all. First link in the description, watch the video on the homepage and sign up. And with that said, you are now ready to start dropshipping. And look, if you never get any of my programs, you just want to watch the free content, that is fine too, okay? Of course, the program is going to get you there faster and maybe you will save a lot of money in the long run, but I want to make sure that my content actually can help people. So you're also able to succeed with the information you're getting from my YouTube. My goal with this channel is to be the most transparent YouTuber and actually try to help people. So whatever I teach here is what I personally do, what is personally working. I really hope you liked the video. This channel, we talk about everything e-commerce related, and I show everything, the ups and downs of the journey. One time my 800K a month store crashed to zero. I'm documenting everything. So make sure you subscribe if you liked it, drop a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.